Hello world, it's me, Princess Fee, the creator of Love Clearly, and right now in this space-time reality, we are talking about what Scorpios need to know during the transit of Jupiter in the sign of Taurus. So with this transit happening, there's major room for expansion and growth and luxurious lifestyles. There's so many things that are up to grab for this transit. And it's been going on since May 15th of this year, and it will continue all the way until next year, May 25th, 2024. If you catch this reading beforehand, more power to you. This is actually going to be what you need to know during this transit. Now, if you catch it afterwards, don't worry, because my intention is for this reading to be timeless. I don't have any links for the cards down below because I'm still figuring out what decks I have, but let's go ahead and get into this reading. That way, Scorpios, you guys can find out exactly what is in the cards for you to know during this transit. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So what is it that Scorpios need to know during this Jupiter transit in the sign of Taurus? What is it that Jupiter, what is it that Scorpios need to know? Now, I definitely already feel a lot of like bubbly energy within me. So this could be love coming out. I know with Scorpios, you guys being a water sign, you guys can be a bit emotional, but you guys have a way of keeping it internal instead of just expressing it. And right now, I'm definitely feeling like the divine is saying, hey, express yourself, love those that fill you up and give you that joy that, you know, your soul may be looking for. Okay, so now let's see what we have in the card. So first up, we have Page of Pentacles. So this is going to be the forefront of this message. So with Page of Pentacles, this is all about fresh beginnings. This is that blank slate before new things come into your life. So right now I'm hearing Spirit say that be open to receive. Be open for a change in direction. Be open for things to evolve within your space. With the Pentacles, it is all about physical, like earthly, tangible aspects of life, whether it is your house, whether it's your job, whether it is your car, whether it's your career. It could be so many things that the Pentacles have to do with. Just know it all somewhat ties into your finances. So I'm seeing this fresh beginning, this blank slate of a new direction coming towards you, Scorpios. And then next up, I have King of Swords for you. So with King of Swords, it's all about this confidence in the way that you maneuver in life. And that's one thing that I can honestly say that I honor about you, Scorpios. You have this way of being very ambitious. You know what you want. You're very much a go-getter sign. Like, you don't really let outside noise get in the way of where you are going. And in the cards already, I'm seeing that during this new transition of life, that you have this internal compass guiding you that you have a really good relationship with, and I give you flowers for that, because that's not a very easy thing for a lot of people to have. Yeah, sometimes the emotional aspect when it comes to reaching out and being with others may be a bit finicky, but that internal knowingness, that loyal energy that you have towards yourself and others, that honestly is so unmatched. And then we have Eight of Pentacles. So there's definitely this new career, this new artistic expression, this new way of getting an income or an extra income into your life that you're working on. And the divine is simply saying, like, go for it. Trust the process, go for it. Know that it's all working out for your highest and greatest good. Then we have Six of Cups. So sometimes you may find yourself in like nostalgic modes where you're thinking of the past. You're thinking about things that could have, would have, should have. Sometimes nostalgic energy can be beneficial. Sometimes it can be detrimental. All depending on how you are viewing that current thought process. Now, what I believe is that when you are thinking of something in the past, try your best to see it in the most positive light that you can, because that will not only help change your viewpoint of the situation, but it helps to attract a better lifestyle that your soul is longing for. And with the Six of Cups, it also could represent feeding your inner child, letting your inner child come forth and shine. Doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your lifestyle. Your inner child is a version of you that lives within us. And some of us suppress it, some of us live through it, some of us are still getting to know the inner child. And this is coming up right now, just letting you know that it's okay to connect with that version of yourself. It's okay to have nostalgic thoughts. Just make sure that when you begin that thought process, that you are being certain to not look for the bad, but try your best to only find the good. And next up we have Empress. And this right here is giving me like Jupiter and Taurus energy, Scorpios. This is where anything that you are longing for is there for you. As long as you're willing to put in the work, put in the time, put in the energy towards what you want, it's coming. You just have to stand firm in what you know to be true. And right now with this transit of Jupiter in the sign of Taurus, it does not matter your sign, it doesn't matter your stance, it doesn't matter where you currently are at. There is expansion happening on a global atmosphere. Everyone is being affected by it. It's how you be affected by it that matters. What matters is how you go into this energy. If you go into it with a negative mindset, if you go into it with, I'm not certain if something will work out, then that is the energetic code that you will be attracting back to yourself. You have to trust in yourself. And with the King of Swords coming out right here, you already know that trusting yourself is a key component to your livelihood. Now it's just knowing that you can go beyond the physical moment. You can go into an energetic realm. You can go into the spiritual realm. You can tap into different aspects of this thing called life and use it to cultivate the lifestyle that you want. And putting in that hard work will give you everything that you desire. Whether you are physically pregnant or you are birthing, whether you are physically pregnant or just birthing something from internal. Our creativity comes from our sacral. It comes from our gut, trusting that we know what is best for ourselves. Doing things, and this is how you'll know when you're in alignment. When you are doing something and you get like goosebumps and you get these chills while doing it, 9 times out of 10, that is you being in alignment towards what you want. It is when you go into the mundane lifestyle of just doing the 9 to 5, doing the bare minimum of life, getting by, but being very drained by your days. That's when you're not living in alignment, and that's when you don't really get to see the beauty of life. But spirit, the divine higher power, is simply saying that what you want is already within you. You just have to put that work in to bring it out, because new things are coming. Now, new things can come in a good way or it can come in a bad way. It's all based off of your thought process and how you handle your emotions. Your emotions play such a big role, because when you are emotionally aligned. It adds the intention. It adds that sprinkle of magical energy towards what you want, so that when you begin to put that work in, things just align for you to become whatever it is that you have within you to be. Now let's pull from some oracle decks and see what we have here. We're gonna pull from this deck here. This is the Wild Muse deck. Oops, sorry. Sometimes shuffling around the camera is not the easiest. But let's see what we have for you Scorpios during this transit. Okay, and I keep banging on it. Bear with me, you guys. Bear with me. Let's see what we have for you Scorpios. Okay. All right, so 2 cards came out so far. I think I'm going to pull one more and then grab the rest. So first is trust your intuition. Trust your intuition and know that you are being divinely guided. We all are being divinely guided, but when you sit there and you let your higher power take over, that's when you have the ability to shift the direction of which you're going towards. And with the Page of Pentacles being your forefront message of this, the forefront focus of this message, it just says that with the fresh beginnings, with this blank slate happening, now more than ever must you trust the intuition within you. And then the other 2 cards that we have, first that came out was big changes. So we are in pivotal, changing, evolving, transformational times on a global atmosphere. So for you Scorpios, this is where making sure that you are doing things that fill you up, doing things that let your heart sing, doing things that give you that energetic rush within your body. That is what the divine is saying you need to keep your focus on. Don't worry about the external world. Worry all about the internal world and only focus on the best case scenario. Do not look at anything from glass half empty. Look at it from glass half full. Whether you're reminiscing, whether you are plotting on your success, whether you are in the midst of getting things done, regardless of your space, time, reality in this moment, focus on that best case scenario. Trust that when those big changes come into your life, they come in ways that enhance your current version. There is no more living in the lifestyle of going backwards. No more spiraling down. Let's spiral upwards. So Scorpios, let's see what else we have in the cards for us. So let's see. What do Scorpios need to know during this Jupiter transit in the sign of Taurus? What is it that Scorpios need to know? Okay, one went flying. Let's see if we have any more that wants to come out. Okay. All right, so first up, we are going to pull from Share Your Voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution, expression. So is there something new that you are wanting to do? Something that is deep down within you that involves you speaking up a bit more. Not staying in your higher power, not going for what you know to be true, can sometimes be what hinders our growth in life. And another card that came out was no. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. So when I see this card, this lets me know that when you find yourself starting to think negatively, starting to slip down the slippery slope to the woe's me, the victim mentality, no matter what you've been through, Scorpio, give yourself your own flowers and give yourself that grace, that the fact that you even made it to this reading, the fact that you've made it to another day just means that you are evolving and growing and changing and worth You're worth the lifestyle that you want for yourself. And whenever you find yourself getting attracted or feeling as though you need to start belittling or tormenting yourself, let it go. Don't even give that a smidget of your time. Don't waste any moment on what ways you could have did better, what ways someone could have showed up more in your life. Let it go, okay? Don't worry about that jealous energy that can sometimes arise. Sometimes with you beautiful Scorpios, you can be so loyal and so committed to someone that when you see them not giving you the same attention that you give them, you begin to get this jealousy energy. You can get this possessiveness that happens. And right now, Spirit is saying, don't let that knock you off your track. Don't let the outside world, whether it's a situation, a relationship, a job, a person, a lifestyle, no matter what it is, if it is not serving you, you have to step into your own power, Scorpio, and know that it is not going to hold you back. Not now, not anytime in this present moment going forward. It doesn't matter what happened in the past. Look at it as positively as possible. Once you can turn a negative situation into a positive, that's when you can see the lessons in whatever mistakes that you think you may have done. And when you can find the lessons, that's when you can find room for growth and evolvement. And once you begin that, it becomes this constant renewal of energy, of reminding yourself how far you've come, reminding yourself how worthy you are, reminding yourself that you are worth whatever great changes that you want for yourself. Speak up, use your voice, trust yourself in these changing times. Now let's go ahead and pull from this moon deck here and see what we have. What do the Scorpios need to know during this Jupiter transit in the sign of Taurus? What is it that Scorpio needs to know? Okay. So we have, this one wanted to come flying out, which is show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. And what I'm kind of feeling is during this time, and the full moon in Aquarius usually happens, I believe, around Leo season, because those are the sister signs, like the opposites. And around this time is when you'll start to see the work that you're putting in, the movement that you're taking towards your life. You're going to start to see that transform your current reality. And by showing the world the real you and using your voice, that's going to help unlock doors that you didn't even know was possible. Then we have faith in your dreams. That for me is like enough said moment. There is something that you are internally calling in. There is something that is happening that to each person it's going to be different. This is a collective reading. I do personal readings. My email will be listed down in the description below, but this is a general reading for whoever finds this. So Scorpios, there is something inside of you that needs to come forth. And if you are already living in your truth, more power to you. Just hold tight to the journey that you're on. Don't let anyone knock you off your game. Don't let your emotions become so loud that it clouds your judgment. Don't let that happen, because right now the divine is 110% on your side. Everything is aligning for you. It's a matter of you making sure that regardless of what's happening externally, internally you are aligned and going for what it is that you know to be true. And by sharing your voice, putting in that work that you know your heart is longing for, This is beyond a relationship. This is beyond a 9-to-5 lifestyle. This is something for yourself that you know has been weighing on your heart for a while. Now is the time, now more than ever, with this really amazing transition happening right now. This is Jupiter. Jupiter is such, like, if you're ever wanting to work with any money magic, and I am going to do a video on this a little bit later on, but right now we're just focused on what Scorpios need to know. And this is just coming out for me to share a tip for you guys. So Scorpios, when you are focused on anything that you want to expand, whether it's a relationship, whether it's your finances, whether it is your career, whatever it is that you want to see major evolvement in, Thursday is the day to work with. And it's just so crazy that today is Thursday that I'm recording this and this is wanting to come out. But Thursdays, work with Thursdays, because Jupiter rules Thursdays. So this is the time when you want to work on anything that is going to bring you something in the tangible realm. So this is when you want to do your writing so you can get your book out. This is when you want to do your recording so you can get your views up. This is when you're going to want to write a beautiful letter to someone that you may want to expand their love towards you. This is when you'd want to work your love magic if you're into that. This is when you're going to want to cultivate your abundance oil and make sure that you have things aligned for bigger and better things to come your way. So with not only every Thursday being a day that you can work with during this Jupiter transit in the sign of Taurus, but we are continuously in this expansion energy. And we have Jupiter, which is about expansion. We have Taurus, which is about comfort and luxury. Bringing them together, just wanting everyone to be on this next level lifestyle change. And for you Scorpios, there are some big things that are like literally right in front of you. It's like I see your dreams, your desires, everything that you want, like in front of you, but behind a veil. And in order for you to see past the veil, you have to do the physical and energetic work behind the scenes, so that as you're working, as you're doing your thing, all of a sudden the veil is going to be lifted and you're just going to see the lifestyle that you've had in your head literally be right dead smack in your face. And it's like, whoa, how did we get here? Like, how did we get here? Okay, let's see what else we have. So we're going to pull from this self-care deck right over here. Let's see what self-care advice that Scorpios need to know during this transit. What do Scorpios need to know? Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Wherefore art thou, Scorpio? All right, Scorpios, let's see what we have. Okay, so we have a few that wants to come out. We're going to read through all of them because it's just that type of reading, you know, we're here for it. So first up, we have Be Still. So what the divine is whispering in my ear right now, for those of us that may not know what our calling is, what it is that our soul is desiring, the divine is saying that in order to really hear what your soul is wanting, you have to practice stillness. You have to practice being in a silent area, trying your best to relax your thoughts, but also letting it guide you into a new understanding. What I'm hearing right now is lay down, make sure it's really silent, and continuously ask yourself, what is it that I want? What is it that I want? Where do I see myself? Who do I want to be? What does my lifestyle look like? Ask yourself I think it's like the 5 W's, the who, what, where, when, and why. Ask yourself that while you're being still, and you'll begin to get clarity on a lot of things that you didn't even know you had within you. Then we have hydrate. Hydrate is so important. Remaining hydrated, especially since you are a water sign. You may even want to do this energetic work where you speak your intentions into your water. And when you speak your intentions into your water and you mindfully just let that be an energetic code that you put into the water molecules, because water holds memory. Water, there's a study, whether you want to believe me or not, you could look it up. There's this study that was done where somebody took some water, put it in like a, I don't know, those scientific testing cases or whatever. Had two different ones. One that they spoke nothing but love and positivity over, like kept giving it great energy. This is just a case full of water now. Just speaking positive words over it, like really like giving it some good energy. Then on the other case of water, this other like scientific capsule of water, whatever the case is, they kept it in the dark. They spoke negative words over it. They kept giving it nothing but bad energy. And when they put it under this like microscope, they saw how like one of them had a bit more like calming, like the molecules were a bit calmer. This was the one they spoke positive energy over, had more of a calmed motion within the molecules, whereas the one that they spoke negative energy over was like bouncing around, moving all chaotic and spazzing. So water, hydration, it's very essential, especially whenever you find that you're in unstable grounds, when you're seeing yourself change and you're wondering what's happening. Just remember staying hydrated and speaking your intentions into the water. Oh my God, that right there is already its own powerful manifestation of what you want. That right there is what can help align you even more to these big changes that I see is coming towards you. And flow like water. I already mentioned that you are a water sign, Scorpios. And with water, that is your element. Work with water more. The divine is clearly saying water is your power. Water is where you'll be able to expand beyond your current limitations. Water is very helpful. Beyond hydration, okay? Beyond just hydrating your body. It's just do your research on water and really spend some time honing into it, because Scorpios, what I've come to realize is every sign has their own element that fuels them up. And when you can find a way to work with that element in your daily life, and it's your own personal element, that is when you're really stepping into this new version of yourself. And that's when the universe can begin to recognize that, oh, you're in alignment. You're doing what it is that's true to yourself. So now I can go ahead and pull that veil up and give you all that you desire. I thought I pulled from this deck, but I didn't. This is the Ancestor deck, the Ancestor and Spirit Guide deck. Let's see what the Ancestors and Spirit Guides have to say. Okay, so we have a few cards that went flying. Let's see what we have. So first up is Medicine Mother. Honor your inner knowing. So you know what it is that you desire out of life. You have an internal compass that I believe you have a good relationship with. And if you don't, that's when you must go into a stillness mode and figure out your higher calling, what it is that you want to expand on during this next year, okay? And trust it. Trust your inner knowing, because that's what's going to help guide you along your journey. Then we have take care of your needs. Take care of what fuels your soul, what fuels your mind, what has you emotionally aligned. Take care of it, because as you take care of yourself, then your body will be able to take care of you. It becomes this reciprocated energy. As you pour into you, you begin to attract all that you want. So your needs are very, very essential. And then we have Peacekeeper. Let go of the need to be right. When you find yourself in any moments of where you have to prove a point, you have to battle people, you have to battle even yourself, don't fight for this need to be right. As long as you know within yourself, within your higher power, this inner knowing, as long as you know what is true to yourself, there is no need to get anybody else on your side. There is no need to convince anyone around you of your worth, of your knowledge, of anything that you feel like they're not understanding. We can't live in a world where we base our growth off of what other people think about us. And Scorpios, one thing about your sign, you guys have this way of like, whether it's a full alignment or it's just an exterior shell that you guys give off, but it always comes across that Scorpios automatically know what they want and where they're going. But this reading right here is wanting you to align internally, regardless of what they say on the status quo end. No matter what, if you go ahead and look up the characteristics of a Scorpio that you may find, you know what is true to yourself. And by aligning with your inner knowing and by finding out more about what your soul needs, where you are going in life, and what you truly want, that's when you have to silence the outside noise and let go of that need to be right. So we're going to slowly get ready to wrap this up. I have 2 more decks that I'm going to pull from. This one here is my Mystic Sisters deck. It is... okay, let's see if I can get it to focus. I never actually know the card meaning itself. I have to read from the book. So let's see what the Mystic Sisters, what goddess wants to come out during this transit going on for you beautiful Scorpios. What do Scorpios need to know? What goddess is with the Scorpios during this transition? Okay. And we have Persephone. Persephone wants to come out for you beautiful Scorpios. Let's see what she has to say. Now, again, I am going to be reading from the book, so bear with me. I will be also showing it on camera, so if I butcher it, don't judge me. Just know you can read it on your end as well. Okay, so we have Persephone. Resilience, adjustments, faith. Persephone is the queen of the underworld, the guardian of the dead, the daughter of the harvest goddess Demeter. One day, when young Persephone was picking flowers, Hades, the lord of the underworld, saw her and became overwhelmed with desire. He abducted Persephone and brought her back to the underworld. He then offered her a pomegranate. Having eaten the fruit of the dead, she became bound to him forever. She would ever after rule over the underworld for 3 winter months of the year, and would return in the spring to be with Demeter. Persephone symbolizes the unconscious and hidden reality that is full of riches and promises. She reminds us of our resilience in the face of a challenge. Her message is to trust that you have the resources within to make the most of any situation, if you allow yourself to access them. So whenever I read from the book, it's always like enough said moment. But we are going to pull from this princess deck here and see what final advice Divine has for us. Spirit, what is the message that Scorpios need to know during this? Okay, this one definitely wants to come out. And we have Bitch Fire. If it wants to focus, come on camera, don't give up on me now. Bitch Focus. Oh my gosh. My bad. Bitch, fire. Stand up for yourself, okay? Stand up for yourself. And then we have Witch. Justice is coming. And that just lets me know that you are on the verge of something great. Whether you know what you want or not. Divine is saying, figure it out and start taking some motion towards it. At the end of the day, what matters most is the way that you feel about yourself and the lifestyle that you see within your mind's eye that you want to cultivate in your physical reality. Everything you desire is already yours. You just have to be aligned for it first. So this is your message, you beautiful, beautiful Scorpios. I hope this message resonates, and it is going to be timeless. So, sorry about that. And it is going to be timeless. So whenever you find this reading, definitely take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you are wanting a personal reading, I do have my email listed down below. It is officialloveclairly@gmail.com. I also offer life coaching sessions. So if you're open to that, send me an email and we can definitely get some things going. I do want to send you guys so much love, so much peace and happiness, health and wellness. If you are looking for any of my other platforms, they will be listed down in the description below. So again, I'm sending you peace, love, happiness, health, and wellness. I am Princess V, the creator of Love Clearly, and may we meet again. Bye.